In today's video, I'm going to tell you how I lost 9 pounds on a 21-day cruise. So let's go. What is going on YouTube? Greetings from beautiful Sky Princess. It's kind of a bittersweet day for me. This is the last day on board Sky Princess. Tomorrow I'll leave Sky Princess, head up from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando and hop on MSC Meraviglia. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how I lost 9 pounds on a 21-day cruise. So one of the most common questions or common comments I get is, dude, you're gonna gain so much weight cruising for a year. And I kind of took that to heart and was like, yeah, I probably will. And if you don't know, I had some health issues, and over the last year, I gained some weight that I really wanted to use. So I decided to figure out a way to live a healthy lifestyle on a cruise ship and actually lose some weight. And it worked for me. On this 21-day cruise, I've lost 9 pounds so far. And there are 3 things I did that I think contributed to that. So I wanted to share those 3 things with you. If you're worried about going on a cruise and gaining weight, or maybe you want to go on a cruise and lose some weight like I did. So let's jump into the 3 things that helped me lose weight on this cruise ship, starting with number 1. The first thing that I do to keep myself from gaining weight and actually lose weight is I never, ever, ever take the elevators. So, get around the corner here. You'll see here's the elevator banks. They're everywhere. There's a zillion of them. I don't take them. I take the stairs. So we're on the 5th deck. My stateroom is actually on the 15th deck. So that's 10 flights of stairs. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go up 10 flights of stairs and we're going to get a little exercise in this morning. We're only on deck 10. 5 more decks to go. Only halfway there. Ooh. Okay, we made it to my deck where I live, deck 15. As you can see, that's a pretty good workout just in its own. Okay, so as you can see, I'm a little winded. 10 flights of stairs is a pretty good workout. I was moving a little faster than I normally would. I wouldn't normally be this winded, but you know, for video purposes, I wanted to move up the steps pretty quickly, but you know, obviously if you do that a couple times a day, that's a pretty good little workout. And then you're going to get steps just going to different places that you would normally on a ship if you avoid taking the elevators. I understand that some people may be mobility challenged and this may be an issue, and I'll talk about some alternatives later on in this video for you. But if you have the mobility, you know, taking the steps, walking everywhere on the ship is a great way to burn calories in between those different meals you eat without even really thinking about it. So let's go to tip number 2 and head up to deck 17. So we're gonna get 2 more sets of steps. Let's go. Okay, so tip number 2 is I get as many steps as I can early in the morning. So most ships have a track like this on the upper decks, or on the promenade deck, you can walk around the promenade deck, or you can go to deck 7, which is also the promenade deck. That's usually the deck where you can walk from the front of the ship to the back of the ship. So if it's too hot or it's raining, you have inclement weather, then just go down there and walk. Go back and forth. I do it, you know, I do it a lot on here actually, whenever the seas are rough or the decks are wet. Today is a beautiful day here at sea, so I'm out here on the track. When I first started this, I would try to get at least 5,000 steps in the morning before I did anything else. You have the side benefit, by the way, of coming up here early in the morning and seeing beautiful sunsets, sunrises. And if you do it at night, obviously beautiful sunsets. But I started trying to get at least 5,000 steps before I started my day. Now I try to get 10,000 steps. So by doing that, I would end up with between 10 and 15,000 steps a day when I did 5,000 steps to start off my morning. You know, by doing all the other walking around, whether it was in port or on board the ship, or With the 10,000 steps a day, I would get between 15 and 20,000 steps a day. So that was a big contributor for me losing, a significant amount of weight on this 21-day cruise. Now, I mentioned there are alternatives to walking and, not using the elevator and things like this. So there's a gym on board. I haven't really used it, but I went in there to check it out. And there's all kinds of machines that don't involve your legs. Like they have the one where you spin your arms. They have like stationary bikes. They have fitness trainers on most ships that can help design a program that fits whatever your challenges are. So if you can't do what I'm doing, try to seek out those different options while at sea. All right, so let's talk about the most important tip I have. So let's head over to the galley. I forgot to mention there are a ton of pools on board too. So if you're not into doing all the walking around, you can jump into the pools, get your exercise that way. I mean, obviously you'd have to spend a lot of time in the pool to get, the equivalent of 10 to 20,000 steps. But hey, if you like being in a pool, you could probably do that. Okay, so my last tip involves a place that probably causes people the most issues. I think I read somewhere that the average cruise passenger gains 1 pound per day on a cruise. So obviously the thing that makes cruising so dangerous is all the food options that you have and the unlimited supply of food that you can eat in the buffet and all the specialty restaurants and places like that. But that is also the reason that it's great if you're trying to lose weight, because you have so many healthy options that fit just about any diet. You can get as much fresh fish as your heart desires. They have baked chicken. They have all kinds of healthy options. You can get salad. You can get as much fruit and vegetables as you want. There's so many healthy options on board that, when you're at home, you have to cook the salmon, you have to cook the chicken. You don't have all these choices. But on a cruise ship, just like you have a bunch of, unhealthy choices, you have a ton of healthy choices. So for me, it makes it easier, to kind of stay on track. Now I mentioned, of course, I indulge every now and again, but I'll get a small little piece of cake and I won't waste calories. If I take a bite of that cake and it's not what I really, really like, then I won't continue to eat it because it's there. I'll go find what I like out there. That's another great thing. Almost all the food's included, so you don't have to really worry about, wasting food, as bad as that sounds. But anyway, those are the 3 things I did on board this cruise ship to lose 9 pounds in 21 days. Tell me what you think. Would any of this work for you? What are your ideas on it? Do you struggle when you go on a cruise ship with self-control and trying to eat healthy? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next video.